Generally, every student thinks how to get more marks by studying in a small period of time, but most of the students cannot be effective in this technique. Professor Marty gives 7 strategic tips to get more results in a smart way. Strategy number 1. Break the study sessions to small sessions. The average time span of a studying person is 20 to 30 minutes. If the person studies good, and if he is a bright student, he studies only for 50 to 60 minutes. From this we came to know that as we study continuously, our efficiency is also reducing. Many of the people says that we need to study more hours, but our Professor Marty says, it is not a useful method. Because if we need to study for long hours, we need to take a break, and we can do anything else. But we need to be aware of the subject, so you can reward yourself by eating chocolate or ice creams, but don't take much. It's not good for health. Instead, you can take some healthy snack. Doing like this, we can keep motivating us, we can make more sessions and study more time. I didn't mean to study for only 20 to 30 minutes. But you can note and create your own attention time span. While studying, you can place a stop clock nearby and note how many minutes or hours you are studying without the lack of concentration. That is your attention time span. So you can take a break after your attention time span. Strategy number 2. Create your study space. Whenever you start studying, keep studying in the same place, because our environment is stronger than our willpower. According to psychology, our mood changes from place to place, and our behavior also changes according to it. If we are with friends at some place to enjoy, we can't study there. At the same time, if we are in a place of seriously working environment, we too start doing something serious. These are because our mind triggers by our environment. So while studying, don't sit on bed and study. It will make us to sleep, because we are in our bed often to sleep, and the environment triggers our brain. Keep that in your mind. If you studied usually in your bed in the past, continuing it. If you study studently from a new place, our mind takes time to accept it. So study usually where you study, or create a study space and start studying there will improve our efficiency. Strategy number 3. Study actively. If you study actively, don't just read the words, but study effectively and try to understand it. While studying, try to understand whether it is fact or concept. If you are studying about strongest muscle in our body, it is called as fact. Now if you study about our digestive system, it is called as concept. Concepts are more important than facts. If you study the concept, you will never forget it. We need to keep in touch with facts every day. In most of the books, there are many facts and concepts. After studying the facts and concepts, try to explain in your own words to yourself, or to your friends. While you are explaining, you need to understand it clearly. Professor Marty says that many toppers take important notes while studying. After seeing these notes once again, they remember what they studied. This increases the confidence level. While explaining, keep your books closed to check whether you remember it. If you can't explain it, study it again. This technique is called Feynman technique or active recall technique. Strategy number 4. Take active notes. Take notes of everything you study or listen. Take notes in your own words, because it is useful while revising. If you have written notes in your own words, you can understand it faster. Strategy number 5. Teach or summarize the learned concepts to others. To learn something the best way, only when you try to teach it to others. There are 2 advantages in it. Firstly, you will actively learn it and you can remember them easily. Secondly, you can understand what you know better. If you can't explain a concept means you need to study it again. This is what Albert Einstein says. If you cannot explain it as simple as possible, then you have not understood it fully. Strategy number 6. A technique to read textbook. Professor Marty has given us a technique called as SQ3R technique. This technique is explained by Francis Robinson in 1946, while formulating effective study. The expansion of SQ3R technique is S is survey. Take an overview of the chapters. Q is question. List of possible questions, and also list the headlines. R is read. Read everything as you can in that particular chapter, and find the answers to the possible questions. R is recite. Recall what you studied. R is review. Review what you studied, what you have learned, and how you can use it. If you use this 3R method, you can study well. Strategy number 7. Use acronyms to memorize facts. There is no concept in facts to understand, so use acronyms to memorize facts. For example, we used to remember rainbow colors using the VIPGA. V for violet, I for indigo, B for blue, G for green, Y for yellow, O for orange, and R for red. This is the best way to learn using acronyms, and you can use the image association. To keep anything in mind, use some story to relate it. These concepts are taken from the book Study Less, Study Smart by Marty Lobdell.